So now the front differential, which I am not going to try pulling this front cover off. Looks to me like that front cover is way too close to the next thing. So I see a few guys on the web just suck the oil out of this fill port here. Let me get this, let me get all the debris cleaned off here. I don't know if anything's going to come running out of here or not. I don't have the pan here. That'd be too smart to have the pan here. Okay, there's no... Oh, it's kind of a whitish... What the heck that is. Anyway, let's see if I can feel on in there. I don't know how much oil. There's a gear or something right there. Oh, I got kind of a white... I don't know if that's some sort of additive or what the heck that is. Lithium grease? I don't know. So I do have a tube which I can attach to a suction device. If I can get this, let's look at something's coming out of there. I don't know. I think they said aim it towards the front, maybe at the back. I don't know. I'll aim it anywhere I can get it in, I guess. I'm knocking this phone over for like the 15th time today. Yeah, I can't really get the tube to go in, so I don't... Oh, there we go, something. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we're getting something here. I think he said jack it up, and then you can maybe turn the front differential. So maybe I'll... How will I jack that up? Could probably use the quick jack to bring the whole thing up, but I want to keep it somewhat level for checking later, so... There's no way this is going to work, so I'm just going to show it to you. So, cut a hole in one of the bottles. I'm going to take my shop vac, hold it up to that hole, and put the hose on the other end of this tube. So, we'll see if it sucks anything out. I don't know. I don't have any other power device. Only a little bit of oil. It's like grease coming out of there. Lube, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So let's see if I can get this down there any further. Well, should be able to get something out. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to take this, put this on the bottle. Like that. Oh yeah, this is a mess waiting to happen here. Okay. So push this on the tube. Okay, that's on. I'm gonna hold that with one hand. Never gonna work. Never gonna work. Alright, so if this works, I'll be just as amazed as you are. Alright, so that's there. Kinda can see what's going on there. So I'm gonna turn the shop vac on, which is just about shot, so a lot of noise, cover your ears. I don't think we got much of anything out, but it sure was fun. We'll see. So, there's a little bit in there, like 6 ounces. Probably got just as much on the floor. I guess I would not recommend doing it in this method. Oh, thumb over the hole. Pick up this. We have to find some other method of removing. Okay, well, we gotta get this out of here somehow. It seemed like it was sucking some air, so I don't know if I just don't have it down far enough. Alright, I didn't think it was possible to out-schmuck myself, but yeah, that whole shop vac thing, although I gotta say, an awesome idea, did not work well in this situation. So, called up one of my neighbors. That's why it's good to have good neighbors. He's got this Mighty Vac dealie, which I think is mainly made for vacuuming out brake lines, purging brake lines, bleeding them. It's got this sample cup here, use for what you gotta use it for. But I think this will work. I may have to empty this out a few times, but it draws a pretty good vacuum. And this hose is a little smaller diameter than what I was using, so it should go down in that hole a little easier. I have jacked up the truck, so I wanted to avoid that, but now I can turn the wheel, and that'll give me some options to move the differential gears around. So I'll get set up, and hopefully this will help me suck out the differential on the front. So I've got the drain pan underneath here, just in case. The way this truck jacks up, that's why I was trying to avoid, two reasons. I was trying to avoid jacking it up in case you wanted to do this in your yard and you don't have quick jacks or some other device. And the other reason is I don't know how level this thing jacks up, so anyway, we'll get our tube hopefully in here. Okay, let's see if we can get something to come out of here. Should probably read the instructions for this tool. Maybe I'm just not down in any fluid. Let's pull this off once. Let's see if we get a vacuum. It's actually pressurizing. Okay. So pressure. Oh, it's like. Huh. Again, I should have read the instructions. All right, so put this back together. Now, if you look on there, you gotta be smarter than the tool. There's a pressure, vacuum, a little arrow. Let's see if I can see this. I mean, there's a little arrow on the end here. If I turn that to vacuum, that may work better. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right. So, see if I can get you guys in such a position to see the. There we go. Oh, look at that. That works way better when you have it on vacuum. Now, because I'm borrowing someone else's tools, let's make sure we do a good job of this and don't wreck anything in the process. So there's a lot of vacuum here, and I don't want to mess up his tool. So, oh, there's a little button on here. Let me see if this little button on the front, when we get enough of... Wow, that thing works awesome. That little button I pushed was right there. Okay, this is awesome. This is actually going to work way better than the stupid idea you had for the shop vac. That was just a dumb idea. I don't know what the heck you were thinking. All right, so I'm going to empty this out. I'll come back and do it some more. So I'm going to try to save this stuff just so I know how much came out. So I got an old bottle from one of the other 15 transfer case or 15 things I just changed. Okay, no, this is an awesome tool. So. Okay, so we got that again. It's going to be harder to see this time, but I'll draw a vacuum. Yes, this is working awesome. It's like by turning the wheel, you can get it down just a tad bit more. I don't know that I'll ever need this thing again, but I'm going to try to buy one. This is just a super high quality tool. Probably not something I'm going to want to afford, but so far I've got about a third of a cord out. I'm not sure how much this process will let me get out, but this is one of those deals where you borrow someone's tool and it's so awesome that you know you're going to love it, so you might as well go and buy one. Instead of spending a ton of money on something and then not knowing if you're going to like it or not, being able to borrow it is, well, it's just awesome. What's the best way to clean this thing up before I bring it back? I have to, like, put it in the sink next to my wife's good china. So I think after this one, I need to get another empty quart bottle. So we're at least about halfway there. If this front differential holds 2 quarts, I got about a quart out of it. Let me grab another quart bottle. Imagine how awesome this suction thing is. All right. The other thing that's nice is it's got a smaller diameter hose, which that may have helped me out even with the shop vac vacuum system. The size of the hose, I think, has a lot to do with getting past that gear. This is maybe a little bit more than a 1/4 inch on the outside. Smaller would be better. Not sure how. Fluid seems relatively thin, so it should even being the gear lube, it should still come out pretty decent. I'm a little concerned that this old stuff seems to be white. It doesn't really appear to be additive that they put in at the factory or something for the gears, but that's where I'm a little bit worried. If that is the case, then why are they not having me put that back in? And I think it has to be said, this job sucks. Oops, starting to get some air in there the way it looks. Maybe I'll try to push it down a little further in there, but I think I've got it pretty much as far down as it's going to go. Now we're getting a lot of air. It's about 1 3/4 that I got out of there, so that's enough for me. I'm going to fill it back up and put the plug back in. We're going to be good. Yeah, I can't pull a vacuum though. If you see the gauge, that square box right there, that's 0. And I'm hearing a lot of bubbles coming through. So that's going to be it. Awesome. Pull this hose back out. Oh, I may have to move the wheel to get that out. So before I was moving it that way. Maybe the hose is stuck forever. Get a little towel here so get a little gription on it. There we go. All right. I like that. So if I had to guess, I'd say probably about 1 1 3/4 roughly, based on what's there and not to mention everything else that I spilled. I'm going to put in 80W90 premium rear axle lubricant using the same little pump dealie that I use for the transfer case. So let's get you guys set up again. So it should be able to fill this right up to the bottom of this hole. Oh, now that I'm jacked up in the air, it's hard to, oh boy, put it on top of my drain pan here. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. Okay. Now, if I were smart, I'd hop out and grab a block of wood or something, but then this would be called the Smart Schmuck channel. Alright, ready for the second bottle. Now, if you don't have strong hands before this, you're definitely going to have strong hands after this. Between the vacuum pump, what do you call this pump? The pressure pump, whatever one puts the oil back in. Yeah, you're going to have strong hands after this one. So a few things to realize is you're going to need a vacuum pump, unless you're going to pull that front cover off, which I wouldn't recommend. And then you're probably going to want this thing here to refill it, definitely necessary. My regular shop helper yesterday was cutting some of his speckly wood, so I'm going to use that as my blocks to get my pump up off the ground here, leaving my drain pan under it so that when I start running the oil onto the floor, I won't have a mess to do. Well, I will have a mess, but it'll be in the pan. Alright, put this black back up on my speckly blocks of wood. And then put this up in the hole. And we're back in business. I'm guessing we'll almost be able to pump this one to as far as it goes, based on that little bit of oil, 2 to 4 ounces being left in the bottom of this thing after I'm done pumping. I didn't pre-seal the plug. I'm going to use that Permatex gear oil sealant. Maybe that's not a great idea. I don't know if that's going to permanently seal this hole. Feels like it shouldn't, but find out in another 50,000, I guess. I just realized too is that we got most of 2 quarts out, but this thing is still up, jacked up in the air, so I think I should probably let it back down on the ground before I finish this filling procedure. A little bit of oil coming out of here. So I'm going to lower the truck and then finish filling this thing up. Get rid of these extra cords. Anything that's kind of tall when I get up underneath, I'm not sure how high this thing is going to set you up to see this thing come down, hopefully, without smashing everything. We'll see. We'll see. Gonna lift it up a little bit, undo the safety locks. Carefully lower it down. So we're back down. I don't know if there's oil shooting out of the bottom. Or no. Oh, that's right. My big fat belly can't get underneath here with the caper, so caper away. Get my painting cardboard. Oh, you guys can't see anything. That kind of sucks. There we go. There we are, right there. Okay. All right. So now we're back level, or at least what Ford considers level. I don't have any raising blocks or anything in the front. All right, final fill here for the front differential. Lower this thing back down. It's a lot more fun getting underneath here when it's down on the ground. So it's a little easier to get this oil pump thing, because I don't need 14 blocks of wood to get it up there. But all right, so take this out. Easier said than done. Okay. Ooh, it's almost. Get that out of there. Put that up in there. Now we just pump it until it starts running right onto the floor. Oh, let's say we got oil coming. I'm gonna give it a little bit more just to make sure it's not a fluke. Let's get the gravity thing going for us again here. Just knock you guys over. How's that work? Huh, feels good, huh? All right, so looks like there's a nice steady stream coming out of here. Let's get this out of there. Put that back into this bottle, because we're going to be saving that. Let that drip off a little bit. So we'll clear this off. Now if it comes back, yep, if it comes back, that means it's full. So I'm going to go grab the plug. Put a little gear resistant Permatex on it. Oh, there's the plug. So wipe this down one more time. Like I said, I've got the gear lube resistant stuff on here. Permatex. See if I can't drop this into the pan. Maybe this will glue the thing on permanently. I don't know. We'll find out. So it's hand tight. Get the old ratchet out. We should be able to. I just put a little bit on the threads. I don't want to get a whole bunch up and everywhere. Torque limiting by using the short section of the wrench. Maybe a little bit more. That feels pretty good. Wipe it down one more time, and we are done. So that's part 3 of 3. All the fluids have been changed. Good for another 50,000. You guys made it this far? God have mercy on your soul. Thanks a lot, guys.